Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, episode number 78, I think. I am so happy to see, the lovely faces of you guys. I would love to say hi and know which part of the world you are joining us from. And also, is there anyone who is joining us for the very first time? Or are you here again, back again in another episode of this Wheel of Wisdom? So feel free to share in the comments that are you a first timer or have you been here before? And after, a few minutes of introduction, we can begin with the session. Hi, Caitlin. So happy to see you here. ah, hi, Lisa. I am so glad to have you here. It just warms my heart to see all of the familiar faces here and some of the new ones as well. I think so. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, feel free to just say hi, and I'm going to take a sip and we will begin. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Lisa says, I love being here, and Caitlin says, yeah, Lisa, same. Okay, I love having you here, both of you and every single one of you. Okay, so before we go on with the live, is there anyone who is here for the very first time? You can share that because if there is someone new, then only I'm going to share what we do in these lives. And if not, then yeah, there is no need and we can just go with the flow. And what we usually do is that we begin the session with a meditation to open ourselves, to get into that receptive state, and to raise our vibrations so that we are more in alignment with that higher wisdom that we are seeking here today. So feel free to drop in that whether you are ready for the meditation. So type ready in the comments if you are, and we will begin with the meditation. And the meditation that we're going to do today is part of this body appreciation and healing series that I've been doing, where we, express gratitude to and offer healing to each part of our body. And today we are going to do that for our legs, like the whole part, which is known as our legs. And some of the people have really loved that these kind of meditations. So I am very excited to offer that. So yeah, Lisa is ready. And everyone else, are you guys ready as well for the meditation? So maybe one more ready and then we will begin. Okay, Caitlin is ready as well. And we have some lovely hearts. Wonderful. Because I know sometimes, like, not all people can comment. They are just listening and doing something else, which is perfectly okay. Yeah, so I appreciate just letting me know via the hearts. Okay, hi Leslie, and I know that you love that meditation. So we are going to do a meditation from that series of body appreciation and healing. And I hope that you enjoy that. And as everyone, as is my hope for everyone else also. Okay. One more sip and then we will begin. Okay. You are so welcome, Leslie. Okay. So begin by coming into a comfortable position, one that is alert and yet relaxed. So you can either sit, stand, or lie down. whatever your body needs right now. Allowing your hands to rest either in your lap or on your knees or by the sides of your body. Feeling your hands becoming heavy, and this heaviness is expanding throughout your body, and you find yourself sinking into the surface beneath you. If you haven't already done so, feel free to close your eyes. And if that doesn't feel safe, then you can simply lower your gaze, looking downward. This helps us limit distractions and allow us to turn our awareness inward. So, as you arrive in your body, bring your awareness to your legs. Let your attention drop down into your legs. In this meditation, we are going to go on a journey where we offer gratitude and healing to each part of your legs. So start by bringing your awareness to your hips. You may feel contact with the surface beneath you, perhaps with the floor or the cushion. You might sense pressure or some muscles stretching in your hips. And now, as you connect with your hips in this manner, allow some gratitude to touch this part of your body through my words. Thank you, my dear hips. Thank you for bearing my weight as I sit, stand, walk, and dance. Thank you for the wide range of movement, all these different kinds of movement that you grant me, like rotation or twisting. Thank you for holding the roots of my strength and the memory of my ancestors. And finally, thank you for holding on to the unprocessed emotions and even trauma safe within you. And now feel into your thighs, located in your upper legs, noticing their fullness and strength. As you bring awareness here, you may notice some warmth, heaviness, or the pulse of life moving through. Allowing some gratitude to flow in and touch your thighs. Thank you, my dear thighs, for lifting and launching me into the world, for climbing hills and carrying loads, both seen and unseen, for your loyal muscles that contract, lift, and steady me. You are my powerhouse in motion. And now, resting your awareness in your knees, you might notice some stiffness or subtle pain in your knees, or perhaps numbness in your knees. Whatever it is, just stay with your knees and offer gratitude. Thank you, both my dear knees. Thank you for bending so I can kneel, so I can sit, squat, and pray. Thank you for holding my weight and adapting to the ground, for enduring the journeys and changes of a lifetime, and for cushioning life's weight with quiet strength. And now, bringing your awareness to your lower legs. So, noticing your calf muscles and your shin area. You might notice some tension from standing, or perhaps you might feel the steadiness that these muscles offer. So, allowing some appreciation for them to flow in. Thank you, my dear lower legs, for pushing off the earth so I can rise and gain momentum. Thank you for catching me each time I land, for quietly enduring all the movements I ask of you. And now letting your attention drop down into your ankles. So, as you notice this part of your body, you might feel small rotations or the subtle work they do to keep you balanced. If you feel called to, you can even try rotating your ankles and noticing any sensations that arise as you do so. And now, offering thank you. Thank you, my dear ankles, for your flexibility and strength, for turning, twisting, adjusting so I can move with freedom, for adapting to every step, every slope, for adjusting, pivoting, and holding firm. And now feel your feet, both the upper part and the soles of your feet, noticing any tingling or warmth or perhaps contact with the surface beneath you or the air around you. So, offering some appreciation to your feet. Thank you, my dear feet. Thank you for holding the entirety of me, for walking roads both easy and hard, for adapting to smooth floors and also rocky earth for helping me stand tall and pivot quickly and even dance when I dare to. You are the sacred foundation of every journey. And lastly, bringing awareness to your toes. So, as you notice the bigger toes and the smaller ones, becoming aware of any lightness or tingling in your toes, and offering some gratitude to them. Thank you, my dear toes. Thank you for your quiet grip and balance, for sensing the world beneath me, for anchoring me in every step on every path that I take. Thank you for helping me leap, balance, root, and rise. And now that you are aware of your whole legs, we are going to offer some healing to this part of your body. So visualize a golden, warm light flowing down through your hips, spilling slowly through your thighs, softening your knees, coating and warming your calf muscles and the shin area, and reaching all the way down to your feet and your toes. Letting this light soothe every muscle, every joint, and every ligament of your legs. With every breath, imagine drawing in strength and renewal on each inhale and releasing tension, fatigue, heaviness, or strain with each exhale. So continue breathing like this, drawing in strength and rejuvenation and releasing what you no longer need. Feeling your legs bathe in this gentle, healing light, taking away all the tiredness and the pain, and leaving the cells in your legs happy. So, as you soak your legs in this healing golden light, allow some final words of gratitude to reach your legs. Thank you, dear legs, for the journeys walked and those still to come, for rising each time I have fallen, for every effort that you have made, even when you were weary and tired. I see you now. I thank you and I honor you. So, as we reach the end of this meditation, allow yourself to take a deep breath in, soaking in all the wonderful benefits and this connection with your legs. And as you exhale, letting go of this practice, knowing that finally your legs have felt seen and heard and understood for all that they do for you. And this end of the meditation is not going to take away your connection and your awareness of your legs as you go back to your life. So, whenever you feel ready, allow some small movement to come to your body, like wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rolling your ankles, and moving in any direction that your body feels called to. Coming back to your whole body. And whenever you are ready, gently open your eyes, noticing the space around you. Welcome back. If you feel called to share your experience of the meditation, you can do so in the comments. And if you don't feel like typing, you can always press the heart to let me know that the meditation resonated with you. And I see that some new people have joined us while we were meditating. So I want to say welcome to all of you. Welcome to episode number 78 of Wheel of Wisdom. And I want to let you know that this meditation is not just the whole life, there is a lot more fun and wisdom yet left to dive in. So, yeah, you can stay tuned, and we are going to dive into that in a few moments. Thank you, Chris, for the emoji and letting me know that you enjoyed the meditation. I appreciate that. Thank you, Amber. I am glad that the practice resonated with you, and I'm happy to see you. Okay, so if you guys, enjoyed this meditation, and if you would like to check out my other meditations, if you feel called to, then you can simply, go to my profile and check out the many tracks that I already have there. I think there are around 42 free tracks and 11 premium tracks. So yeah, you can check them out. And in case you missed the meditation and are interested in that, then what you can do is that this whole live is getting recorded, and you can always access the replays by going to the link tree in the About section of my profile. I show you guys where it is towards the end of the live. But yeah, for now, if you want to access the replay and you're planning to leave early, then you can do so by going to the About section, and there would you would see a link. You can click on the link and you would see a replay. Um and and one more thing, that just like this, in this live we did a meditation. So we have been doing at least one meditation in each of these lives. And I have recorded around 86 meditations so far, which I am also releasing on Insight Timer as a free track. So it is available for everyone. And yeah, I am releasing them like one track a week so that you can really soak in and enjoy it before you jump onto the next one. And a new track is coming on every Wednesday. So yeah, if you would like to, get notified, feel free to follow me if you are new to me. Okay, let's see. Leslie says, no words, simply gratitude. Ah, thank you so much. I am so happy that this feeling of gratitude is coming up for you, especially since the majority of our meditation was about that, Leslie. So, yeah, I am happy that you are happy that you got something, valuable out of this. Chris says, thank you, Anisha, or namaste, Anisha. Okay, so, hmm. Okay, let's jump on to the next part of this live, which is about fun and wisdom. So let me show you guys the hero of this, or the heroine of this, live, which is our wheel. So this is our wheel of wisdom. And for anyone who is joining us for the very first time, this wheel contains the name of 31 books that have been randomly chosen out of the many books that I've read in the past 8 years in my own journey of transformation. And now that we have, raised our vibration and we are more open and aligned. So, what we are going to do is that from this space, we are going to bring something to our mind that we would like to receive some guidance on or wisdom on. And, once we have that clarity on what it is that we would like some guidance on, then we're going to spin this wheel, and this wheel is going to choose a book for us. So, yeah, so you can, whatever you believe in, the universe, the God, divine, consciousness, source, spirit, higher self, angels, whatever you believe in is going to choose a book for us to do a reading from. And then we are going to have some more fun where I am going to ask you to choose numbers. So, yeah, before we move on to that part, coming to the wheel. So, before we spin the wheel, I invite you guys to bring to the forefront of your mind anything specific. If there is a specific issue or a specific area of your life in which you would like some guidance, clarity, direction. So, allow that to come to the forefront of your mind. And if there is nothing specific, then you can just set an intention to receive some general guidance for today. So once you have thought of something, you can let me know by pressing the heart or typing in the comments. Okay. And then we will spin the wheel. Hi, Jacqueline. So nice to see you here again. I missed you. Jacqueline says, hello, Anisha, and all of you beautiful. Happy to have you here. And you are just on time. We were just going to spin the wheel and tap into some wisdom. So on time. Okay, I see some hearts. So I see that some of the people have thought of something on which they would like to receive some guidance. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take a sip and then we will spin the wheel. You guys can also take a sip. Me taking a sip is going to be a reminder for you to also hydrate yourself because water is essential. Good. I'm all out of water. Hmm. You guys also help me hydrate well. So let's see. We have few comments. Hi V, happy to have you here again. I love seeing you guys coming back. So many of you are coming back, and I can now kind of say that I have regulars, in a way. And I love seeing your faces. Amazing, beautiful, wonderful faces. Okay, V says good morning, Anisha and dear friends. Good morning, V. Let's see. Jacqueline is saying hi to everyone. Okay, so so now I hope that everyone has something on their mind on which they would like some guidance, and hold that in your mind as we spin the wheel. Okay, so the book that came up for all of us today is The Here and Now Habit. And this is, I think, the second time that this book has come across like all the 78 or something lives. So, yeah, I'm excited what this book has for us. And last time it came up, it was really helpful for a lot of people. So, again, the title of this book is The Here and Now Habit. So, you might have heard of this phrase, in meditation that arriving in the here and now. So, The Here and Now Habit, A Guide to the Present Moment by Hugh G. Barney. So let's see what this beautiful, amazing book has for us. I love that you guys are saying hi and everything, and yeah, just greeting. And it's lovely to have such a beautiful community here. There are a lot of lovely highs and hearts flowing in. Okay. So give me a second because in a moment I am going to ask you guys to choose a number. Okay, just a second. Hmm. Okay. Aw, I hug that to you, Jacqueline, as well, from all of us because I know you cannot see us, but yeah, maybe through me. Okay, okay, okay. So, amongst all of the love, now let's bring in some intuition as well. So, In a moment from now, I am going to ask you guys to choose a number between certain numbers. Okay. And for anyone who is joining us for the very first time, I want to let you know that you don't need to rush at all because I'm not going to choose like the top number or something. That is not the basis. I am going to go through all the numbers that you guys mention in the comments and then choose a number based on my intuition, whatever number that I am feeling called to. So, in this way, we get to connect with both your intuition and mine. Jacqueline is excited. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. So, choose a number between 28 to 144. Here you go. Mm-hmm. Okay. We always chooses kind of like unique numbers, either the end or the double numbers. Okay. I am like kind of having this feeling that both Lisa and we chose the same number when we did this book last time. I am just having the feeling. I'm not sure. I myself would have to check the replays. But yeah, it is nice. Okay. One more sip of water and then I'm going to choose. So feel free to just mention the number that is coming up for you. Jacqueline likes Lisa's number. Great. Okay. We have a lot of numbers today. I love that. I love the interaction and all of these different options. Okay, so let's go. So thank you everyone. And I see a lot of like new people also chiming in and sharing their numbers. I love that. So yeah, I see some like very new faces as far as my memory goes. So yeah, welcome Brenda, welcome Phoebe, Anna, Claire, Edgar, Adriana, and anyone I missed, and everyone also. Okay, let's see. Sorry, Jacqueline says, Anna says, thank you so much. You're welcome. You're so welcome here. Jacqueline says, Amber, did you type 72? Because that's the number of people who have joined this session. Ooh, exciting. Thank you, Jacqueline. You are always so full of information, Jacqueline. Like, yeah, I have noticed in other teachers' live as well. When I see you tuning in, you are always like sharing all this wonderful information that we teachers also don't know about the platform or how this works. And sometimes, yeah. So, yeah, you're full of knowledge. Mhm. Amber loves the emoji. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay, let's see and go through the numbers. Okay, so the number that I'm feeling called to is 111, and the number has been chosen by Claire for all of us. So thank you, Claire, for choosing that number. And again, let me tell you who is joining for the very first time that it doesn't matter whose number I choose, it's just to have more fun and interaction because they are just another source of wisdom. And since you're here, you are meant to receive that message that is going to come through. And that is why you're here in this space with all of us. So yeah, so know that. And hmm, and the number is just for fun, like the person that chooses it. Okay. Jacqueline says, "Oh, thank you." No purse, I love it. Yeah, Amber always have like such unique words or like the unique way of typing and stuff. I love the unique personality that you guys bring in. Okay, so let's see what is on page number 111. Fun fact, I was actually born at the time 1111. So yeah. Jacqueline says 111, nice, clear. Yeah, so it resonates with me pretty well. But yeah, that's not why I chose that number. It's just I was feeling called to it. Okay, so let's see. A very wonderful set of prompts. So the subheading for this is untangling yourself from habitual thoughts and beliefs. Beliefs that justify and perpetuate unhealthy habits to become stronger over time. It's a vicious cycle. Okay, sorry, that's the wrong line. Yeah, here. So, first, the practice of bringing awareness to your thoughts and choosing to bring your attention back to your breath or some other anchor will help you loosen your identification with thoughts and develop a more healthy relationship with them. You will begin to see your thoughts as simply thoughts and not necessarily truths. Okay. So, the first thing that the author is mentioning here is that this wonderful this wonderful line that Tara Brach usually says, which is, you know, thoughts are real but not true. And you can apply it to your beliefs as well. So basically, by bringing mindfulness to the mix, we realize that our thoughts are thoughts. So thoughts are real, meaning that they are here, that you are having that thought. So this is the reality of this moment that you're having this particular thought. But the content of that thought may not be true, which we usually do not consider. We usually very tightly hold on to our beliefs or our thoughts, and that limit our perception. That hinders us from seeing, you know, um, a different perspective, from having a nuanced experience rather than just the limited one that we have. So, the author says that here it is important to see thoughts as thoughts. And in this, the practice of mindfulness can help. Just like, we are using like we are becoming aware of our breath. So our breath is neither pleasant nor like unpleasant. It is just a object of our awareness. And simply our thoughts can be that an object of our awareness. And when we see thoughts just like another object of awareness, another content of our mind, then a space arises between us and the thought that we are having. And we are no longer in it. We are no longer in that story that the mind is weaving for us. We are no longer hooked to that, and that story can be anything. So the author here is like specifically referring to the story around unhealthy habits, or when we are trying to cultivate healthy ones. So yeah, so it can be like, for example, it can be a story around that I always fail at cultivating this habit, or I am such a loser for not being able to quit this thing. So this is just an example. So this can be a whole story around it. We might have different past experiences that are proving that story. And and you're going to find an evidence that always align with your thought or belief, because that's how our mind works. It doesn't like to be proven wrong. It doesn't like its mental model that are well established to be shaken up. So it hold like, it recalls selectively only those experiences that are aligning with our thoughts and our beliefs. And it also selectively focus on the information from our situation. So it only selectively focus on on the information that justify, that confirms our beliefs. So yeah, there is like a lot of background process that happens. And if you are interested in that, then I do have like, I think, let me think. I do have few courses around it, but around the process, you might like this one. So in this, in like lesson 2 and 3, I think I have explained the whole process around this, like what happens. And yeah, and I also have added a lot of tools and techniques to help you identify your limiting beliefs. So those beliefs that you have hold as truth and that are, how do I say it? Like, that are running your life. So yeah, so that is awareness is the first step. So you can do this with your limiting beliefs. So first becoming aware of what are those beliefs that are running my life. Are they still helpful or are they not? So that is the first step, to see these thoughts and beliefs just as those, not the truths, not the, you know, absolute truth. So yeah, you can let me know if you have saved this one, and then I will put the other course as well that is around thoughts. So yeah, the name of this one is, if anyone cannot see it, Master Your Mindset by Identifying Your Limiting Beliefs. So if you have saved it, you can maybe just press the heart or type in the comment to let me know, and then I can, share another course around it. And then we can go back to the reading as well, because there is some left in this. Okay, so I see some hearts. Okay, Jacqueline has saved it. Wonderful. Um, let's see. Yeah. And there's this other course. So in this, I think in the lesson 1 and 2, I have explained how your thoughts, how your thinking affects a lot of things, like your feelings, your behavior, and the results that you get in your life. So just a summary of that. So yeah, this will help you see that the effects of your thoughts. And then there are also techniques to recognize, you know, to become more aware of your thoughts, to take note and journal and stuff like that. And also to question your thoughts, which is very important. So to not believe that they are 100% true. So I have like a whole lesson around that give you, I don't know, prompts or something to help you like, um how do I say it, like, to help you really challenge and see if your thought is 100% true or not. So yeah, in case you want that, you can, save this course. The name of the course is Transform Your Negative Thoughts and Master Healthy Thinking Using CBT. And the final course that I have around this is this. And this is my most popular course so far, with around 3,700 plus students. And they have found this one helpful. So, this will help you identify the specific type of thoughts that you have that are not serving you. The thoughts that, so there has been made a common list of negative thinking patterns that most of the humans have, and these thought patterns do not serve them. They make their life miserable. They are not helpful, they are dysfunctional and all of that. So I explain them in detail, the signs that you might have them, as well as I give like techniques to overcome each and different type of, each different type of thinking pattern. So you can, try this one as well, in case that is something that you're interested. So the name of this one is Master Your Thoughts by Overcoming Common Thinking Errors. And now I'm going to go back to the reading because there is like some left. Okay. So yeah, if anyone is interested, you can save this course as well, and then I'm going to remove that. Um, hmm. So the author said that first, the practice of bringing awareness to your thoughts and choosing to bring your attention back to your breath. So once you cultivate mindfulness, you would be aware that, for example, a particular negative thinking pattern is going on in my head right now. So you notice it. And then, if you want to just bring some calm and peace and feel more grounded, you can bring your attention back to your breath rather than engaging in that story that is going on in your head and seeing just thoughts as simply that thoughts, a content of your mind, and not necessarily the truth. So, that was first point. The second is that mindfulness practice will help you untangle your thoughts and beliefs from your sensations, feelings, emotions, so that certain sensations don't automatically trigger painful thoughts and beliefs, and vice versa. So sometimes, okay, so sometimes what happens is, and this like happens more than a lot of times when I am working with my clients and I ask them, that how are you feeling? So most of the clients say that I feel that this person is trying to follow me, for example. So they usually um, mix feelings with thoughts, with opinions, and that's when clashes happen. So when we are having a conflict with someone and instead of expressing a real feeling, we express an opinion that we have, we express a judgment that we might have about the situation or about other people, then clashes start to happen. So, even though that this what I'm saying is not something that the author is trying to say, but since this is coming up for me, and I believe, I trust that this is resonating with someone. So yeah, so sometimes people have this tendency to mix feelings with thoughts, and they say that I feel that you don't love me anymore, or I feel um that I'm going to fail, for example. And these are all thoughts, these are all thoughts. One is like a worry about the future, one is like, uh, I I don't know, an opinion in a relationship. Whereas if you would have conveyed the feeling behind it, especially if you are dealing with someone else, in a relationship with someone, even like a stranger. So, yeah, interaction with someone, then it might, would have helped you to express yourself without making the other person defensive. For example, if you say that, if you would have said that, I am feeling a little insecure, or uh, let's say, since the person said that, I think that you don't love me anymore, which is kind of a judgment that we're making about other people. So if you have conveyed the feeling, when you're conveying the feeling that I feel insecure or, unloved, and I would like some, words of reassurance that you still love me, then this might have irritated the other person less compared to I feel like you don't love me anymore. This is just a very simple example. So, yeah, do not mix your thoughts with feelings. It helps you gain more clarity about the situation when you keep thoughts as thoughts, feelings as feelings, and response as response, behavior as behavior. Okay. So, and finally, the author mentions a very good prompt that I would like you to carry from this. That, so whenever you are feeling triggered, ask yourself, what am I believing right now? What I'm believing right now about myself, about this other person, and this will help you recognize the story from the reality. So, there are the fact of the situation, there are the observation of the situation, meaning that if anyone else also was seeing that situation, they would have also have said the same thing. So, um, for example, in this scenario only, for example, if uh if a husband is coming home or a wife is coming home, whatever. Yeah, just go with the because I use the example of you don't love me anymore, for example. So if the husband is coming home from work and the wife is already there in the home, and the husband usually hugs her after coming home, but this time the husband didn't, and the wife goes like, you don't love me anymore. So there's the situation. So the observation about the situation might be that this husband, this person, this man, usually, um, yeah, this man mostly hugs the wife when they go home, but this time they didn't. And that's the observation. Whereas the thought is that, they don't love me anymore. They are too much into work. They are not giving me time. And, all of this story. So we need to learn to take away the situation and take away the thought and see them as separate things rather than just mixing them together. So, yeah, this is going to, um, I hope that this feels helpful to anyone present here. Amelia says my intuition, clarity. Um, Sorry, I didn't get what you're trying to say, Amelie, or Amelie. Um, yeah, so if you would like to share more what you're trying to say. Claire says beautiful reading and reminders. Thank you, Claire. I am glad. I'm so happy that these resonated with you. Thank you for letting me know. Uh, okay, because sometimes yeah, I'm like I am just speaking on my own. Yeah, it's nice to receive some feedback or maybe just see some hearts so that I feel encouraged to continue speaking. Okay, so I'm going to bring some water and we are going to do another reading. So I want to ask you, would you guys like me to do another reading from the same book or a different book? So you can vote in the comment that would you like me to read from the same book or another book? And if you guys are finding this live helpful or enjoying the space, and yeah, and would like to support me in continuing, you know, keep on putting the time and effort and energy and everything into these lives and keep on showing up, which I love to do. But yeah, the donations are always helpful to keep this going. So if you feel like supporting me, then you can do so by making a donation of whatever amount that you feel called to, no pressure at all. So if you're able to, you can. If not, then that is okay as well. Uh, oh, okay. Thank you, Jacqueline, for your kind donation. I so appreciate that, really. That means a lot. I am glad that you're taking something away from the session or something touched you from the last reading or the meditation. So, yeah, thank you so much for this kind gift. I so appreciate it. Okay, let's see. So, we have votes for a different book. Amelie says topic. You mean like, so I am having some difficulty decoding one word messages, but I so appreciate you interacting. Um, yeah, so you mean like you're asking me about the topic, or you're telling me that, about your previous comment around my intuition or clarity? That maybe you feel intuitively called to this live and you gained some clarity. Is that so? I don't know. Okay, so going with the votes of majority of people here. So let's see which book wants to come on next. So again, if you have anything specific that you would like to receive some guidance on, just hold that at the forefront of your mind as I spin this wheel. Oh, a lot around like habit, even though it was not so much on habit, the last book. But yeah. So Hmm. So we are definitely getting the word habit from the spirits or from the divine. So maybe reflect on your habits, guys. Like, which ones are fulfilling you and which ones are taking a lot of time and energy from you. So, yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So, that is what is coming up for me. Instead of a reading, what is coming up for me is to invite you guys to reflect upon upon your last week and see which of the habits really, okay, let's first go with which of the habits really like drained you, drained you of energy, or they consumed a lot of time, maybe like you did them for a lot of time, but they didn't really recharged you or served any purpose. So maybe look back at your last week, and if you feel like sharing, you can share in the comments that which habits which habits do you have, or did you engaged in the last week that weren't so healthy or that didn't serve you well. And I'm going to think about that as well. Hmm. For me, yeah, there's this one habit. I have been like watching web series on Netflix. I have been so very busy in the past week, so I didn't have anything to like do consistently or stuff like that. Um, yeah, because I have a lot of work, and also there has been, if you guys don't know, which you might, some of you might, that there is like this whole repairing and yeah, all of this huge project in my house, which came on urgently. It was not planned or something. And things at my house has been like super crazy and chaotic since the last, I guess, 2 weeks or 3 weeks. One thing after next, just malfunctioning. Yeah, there has been like a lot of stress though. Hmm. So yeah, all of that has been happening. So a lot of my routine has changed. But one bad habit that I still was able to squeeze in was, like watching web series, which is not a bad habit per se. But what made it unhealthy for me was that sometimes I like needed rest, especially at night. Sometimes I needed to go to sleep, but I ended up watching one more episode. And I was like, yeah, I just need some entertainment. So yeah, but I didn't felt very good after doing that. That's why I'm saying it is unhealthy. So yeah, that was one thing from my side that I did in the last, week. And why like these kind of reflections are really helpful to for us to see that what is not serving us that we might are still practicing or we might engage in the next week. So now I know at least not to watch it. Yeah, at least when I'm going to sleep. In fact, I am going to, and you guys too can, you guys can, just write a sentence or like a contract and sign beneath that I'm not going to do this, or maybe just reduce the amount of it. So if it is about like eating unhealthy food, so maybe just say, I'm not going to eat unhealthy food in the evenings. You can do so in the morning, afternoon, and stuff. Just decrease it a little bit and just sign a contract saying so. So yeah, this is like actionable something. Let's see. Okay. So Lisa says procrastination. Huh, a big one. Procrastination is usually, it's not about you being lazy. It's usually about, hmm, it's usually our mind's way to ensure that we are protected. So meaning, firstly, it do not like to use its energy and do the tasks that, require a lot of effort. But also there are, when we explore procrastination, there are always some beliefs or like some fears behind it that stops people. So yeah, maybe you can, explore that what are you afraid would happen if you do that thing, or yeah, if you sit down to do that thing or stand or whatever that task requires. Jacqueline is also resonating with that one. Yes, procrastination, Lisa. I have struggled with it my whole life. So yeah, maybe same thing goes for you. That whatever you are procrastinating right now, you can look into that. And yeah, and if you need help, if you need like more guidance, then okay, this is the right time to mention that before I move on to the next comment. Okay, so um yeah, so I recently started offering a gift to all the women who join my live and stay till the end. So, as a token of my thank you, I have started offering a complimentary session to all those women. So, if you're a woman who would be interested in a free 1 hour coaching session with me, then you're welcome to, get in touch, message me on Insight Timer, and I would love to, guide you through whatever you are struggling with. I would be honored to be a part of your journey. So, yeah, if you are interested, you can message me. The way to message me is you can go to my profile. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. So you can go to my profile, and if you're following me already, you would see the follow button will become a donate button, and above it, three dots appear. Click on the three dots, go to message teacher, and you can message me that Anisha, I am interested in that, complimentary session. And I would love to schedule that session with you as soon as possible. And yeah, just offer you whatever I can, any kind of support in that journey of yours. Jacqueline says, "Oh my gosh, you are still doing or offering that. You are so damn sweet, Anish." Yeah, I just tried that as an experiment around like Valentine's week or day. And and yeah, I found it like really fulfilling to to just share my gifts or just share whatever I can in that manner. Yeah, and it was deeply fulfilling. So I decided that I would continue that as long as I can. So yeah, thank you. And you guys also made that possible in a way because, the donations that you have made is going towards that and also towards like trying to offer as much free content as I can. So yeah. So yeah, every single one of you who has, made a donation, know that it has gone into something good. Either me creating a track that everyone can access freely or me offering this session to women. Yeah, just anyway, yeah. So you guys have been a part of that, which I'm super grateful for. Okay, let's see some comments. And also, Jacqueline, I would love to offer you that, that session if you're interested. Okay, let's see. Wow, that phrase I have been working with is change your habits to change the results, clearing clutter for this week. Wonderful. I am glad that, this habit thing or yeah, these books that came up, were around that. And I'm glad to hear that you are, doing and you're putting in effort and tried and you have already found one way to bring in more of what you want, maybe peace, maybe clarity, maybe whatever it is. Let's see. Oh, Jacqueline says I would give some more then. That is so sweet of you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for this kind donation. I really appreciate that. And I mean it, as long because these donations actually provide me that support, you know, it's like, 50% or maybe like 25% of you guys and then me giving the time and that make all of these possible so that I can devote that time and energy to offering offering in a way that I can. So yeah, I so appreciate this, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for this kind gift to me and to everyone else who would be impacted by this. Okay. Anna says, thank you, Anisha. Thank you, Anna. I'm glad that this is resonating with you. Okay, let's see. uh, Let me look at the time. It is like 1 hour, 15 minutes. Jacqueline says, I just wish that darn Apple didn't take so much from the contribution. Yeah, I know that is frustrating. Okay, yeah, so if anyone of you guys who use Apple but would like to donate and do not want to go through Apple, then I did also included like a link in my profile. So yeah, you can go to the about section of my profile, and when you scroll down in the link tree, I included a donate option that would like go directly to me. Of course, minusing like the all processing fee and everything. But yeah, Apple would not take 33% or 30% of that donation in case you are using an Apple device. And if you're using Android, then you can, donate through the Insight Timer and everything. Yeah, so yeah, I have included like the here donate option. So if you're using Apple, you can try that through the link tree. Okay, so I guess yeah, that is the end. But hmm, I'm feeling like yeah, just doing a tiny bit reading, and we are going to conclude at that. We're not going to dive in. So whatever came through this book, which was Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself: How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So let's see what wants to come through from this book, and this is going to be the last reading. So this time, I'm not going to ask you guys to choose a number because these are like my notes only. There are no page numbers. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to scroll through wherever my intuition says, yeah, you need to stop here. This is something, this section, this is something that people needs to hear from. So I'm going to stop at that and see what wants to come through. Okay, last reading. I hope that something valuable and helpful come out from this. Okay, let's see. Hmm. The author says, if we sit long enough without doing anything, we begin to feel something. That something is who we really are. Then maybe that is the task for us today. So I'm going to challenge you guys to take 5 minutes. 5 minutes we can do. Just take 5 minutes, set an alarm, and do nothing for 5 minutes. Not even meditate. Just do nothing. And just allow your mind to relax. So yeah, that is my invitation for you or a challenge for you. And you guys can update me in my group on Insight Timer about how this goes. Let me mention that group for you here. Yeah, you can update me there or everyone just interact what happened when you did that. Yeah, so with that, this is the end of this live, but I do have a few announcements to make in case, for the new ones, for anyone who is joining us for the very first time. So, the first one is that this whole live has been recorded. So, in case you missed the meditation at the start, which was about offering gratitude and healing to your legs, and maybe if you would like to go through the readings again or just check replays of the previous lives, Because yeah, this is 78th one, and we have done a lot of other lives as well since January of this year. So the way you can access the replays is you can go to my profile, okay, and again in the about section, when you scroll down, you would see a link tree. When you click on it, you would, sorry, yeah, when you click on it, you would see Wheel of Wisdom replay. So you can, access the whole playlist of all the replays of the lives from here. And why I created that playlist was because I want you to develop a connection with your own intuition. So if you're going through something and I'm not going live, but you would like to tap into this energy and, receive a message, then you can just choose a number between 1 to 78. Whatever number comes up, watch that video, knowing that that message wanted to come through for you. So yeah, that is, one way you can access the replay. And it does take like 1 hour for the video to get uploaded on my channel because it is a bigger one. Yeah, so if you would like immediate access, then what I do is that in my group, which I've mentioned, Wonderful Beings, I, share a summary after each live where I share the type of meditation, the name of the book that we read, and the reading that we did from that book. So yeah, kind of like a summary, so you don't miss out on anything. And I also like update things there. For example, if a new track of mine comes out, because as I mentioned, I am publishing the meditations from this live one by one on Insight Timer as a free track. So yeah, you can, access them through the group. You can either search for this group on Insight Timer in the search box, or you can go to my profile, scroll all the way down. By the way, this is my latest track that got out today only. It is from the Chakra, Healing and Balancing series, and the name is Balancing the Third Eye for Intuition, Clarity, and Insight. So, yeah, if anyone would like to, develop their connection with intuition and stuff like that, then I would recommend you checking out this track as it involves like, you know, chanting the seed sound of the mantra to balance and affirmations and visualization and everything into one. So yeah, you can check this out. Yes. And I have like, created the playlist of this whole chakra series as well as all the other meditations from this Wheel of Wisdom series. So when you scroll down, you would see like the playlist. The chakra one is here, balance and heal all your 7 chakras. So yeah, you can, check these out. And the meditations for from Wheel of Wisdom are here in this Wheel of Wisdom meditation track, like playlist. So I've tried to organize all of my content on, here in the playlist. So it is easier for you to access. Leslie says, yeah, so I have like my group Wonderful Beings on different platforms, and you can, join one on Insight Timer. So I was telling you when you scroll all the way down below the playlist, Leslie, and everyone, you would see the group here, Wonderful Beings. So it is like my whole a little community of mine on Insight Timer. So you can join that to receive the summaries, to stay updated. And if a live of mine is cancelled, which is rare, but yeah, it does happen sometimes. So yeah, I update everything there on that group. So yeah, you can, join that group. Leslie says, super, wonderful. Okay. Let's see. Anything left? Yeah, and if you like me, like the energy, like this live or the meditation that we did, and would like to check out my other content because I already have like 42 free tracks and 11 premium ones, then feel free to follow me if you're new to me. And yeah, check out my content, get notified about new content which is coming out every week, one every week. And also like, you know, the next live you can like RSVP so you don't miss out on this. It is at the same time. And the next live is day after tomorrow at the same time. So you can RSVP here. So yeah, you don't miss it. And hmm. Let's see. I think, yeah, that's it. So yeah, I have like a lot of content. Feel free to explore. I have like 7 courses around mindfulness, how to cultivate them, my own story, how to cultivate it in the formal setting, like, in a quiet room, meditating and stuff. And also in the informal one, like when you're going through life, how to become more mindful, intentional, aligned, and all of those things. And yeah, just notice the beauty that is already here. Just tune into the wisdom and tune into the wonder and everything. So yeah, you can check all of these courses and tracks and everything out. Leslie says, thanks very much, Alicia. Peace to all. Thank you, Leslie, for joining. I loved having you. So, yeah, thank you everyone for being here. It was amazing to have you. I loved the interaction, the beautiful hearts, and yeah, all the love that I received from you and your simple presence, even if you didn't interact it. I so appreciate you being here till the end. It means a lot. And thank you so much, especially Jacqueline, for your kind donation and yeah, for supporting me and helping me support others as well. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And it is a wonderful time to end this because we have 108 people who joined this live. Okay, so I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. Bye bye. Take care. I will see you day after tomorrow.